YouTube world, it's your boy, it's Roasted. Jam. And we're not going to do a Wednesday Night Wars. We are going to cover a little bit of the Wednesday Night Wars, but with the Royal Rumble coming up, I figured maybe we should do a little bit of a predictions. So we're going to predict who we want to win the Royal Rumble, who we think is going to win the Royal Rumble, and if it's going to make sense. You know?
It never makes sense, bro.
It never makes sense. Especially when Alberto Del Rio won that year. And was the first match. WrestleMania. Against Edge.
And lost.
So
all that for nothing.
And then Edge gave the title up anyway. Stupid. Hilarious. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. So Royal Rumble predictions and who we actually think is going to win. But first, let us cover some Wednesday Night Wars. So if you haven't seen it, I'm sure you have because it's Friday today.
Is it Friday?
Pretty sure you saw it.
Right.
Keith Lee and Roderick Strong had a match.
Okay.
And Hangman Page and Kenny Omega had a match with SCU. Right. And
I have a problem with both of them.
Oh, good. We're talking about it. Because both titles ended up switching hands. Right. So let's start with the Kenny Omega and SCU title switching hands. Now, this is the first title in AEW history to switch hands. And it's SCU losing the titles to Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. Why do you have a problem with that?
I have a problem with it because, one, Kenny Omega and Hangman Page aren't really like a legit tag team.
Yep.
Let's just be honest that they're not.
Nope.
Okay, so I think we've covered this before. You spent all that time, the first couple of weeks of AEW, your pay-per-views before that, to establish all these great tag teams you signed.
Yep.
And the first group to dethrone SCU is Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. Okay, that's one. Number two, SCU as a tag team hasn't been on TV for like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So, just like out of the blue, it just, that was it. Hey, by the way, there's a match tonight for the tag team titles, and they lost. So it was like...
So you don't like them developing new tag teams at all because their tag team division was established?
No, it's not even that they're... what I meant to say was like they were trying to establish their tag team division.
Yeah.
Private Party, Best Friends, we already know about Young Bucks, Pentagon and Phoenix, like all these tag teams.
Jurassic Express.
Angelico and...
the Hybrid 2.
Yeah, the Jurassic Express, all this. Right? And Jurassic Express like loses every match they're in.
We haven't seen the Hybrid 2 in over a month.
I haven't seen them. And then you just give it to... Like, how many matches has Hangman Page and Kenny Omega won?
Three, I think. I think they were 3-0 or something. They weren't... Or they were 3-1 or 2-1 or something like that.
Okay, I think you're right. They lost the match and then the New Year started, so it started over and they won like 2.
They won 2 in a row, 2 or 3.
So it's like... I don't know. Because remember... The highlight of the tag team division was the storyline between Young Bucks and the Lucha Bros.
Yeah.
Who's the best tag team in the world?
And now neither one of them are even...
neither one of them are... And my boys from Inner Circle. Where have they been? They haven't been anywhere either.
Well, they were in that Battle Royal match.
I don't know. I get it. I like Hangman Page a lot. I'm a huge Kenny Omega fan. So it's cool, but it was like... It just seems so random.
Yeah, it's a very random... I mean, I get the pairing. The pairing's really cool, but yeah, they should have worked him up. You know, they should have put somebody else in this title picture, somebody young maybe. Let them take the titles off SCU. Right? If it wasn't Private Party, you want to push the Dark Order, let Evil Uno and Grayson take the titles right now. And at least let them have the titles, so they're holding something over the Elite, since they're beefing with the Elite the whole time. Something like that. And then the story really isn't there right now because I get it. Hangman Page is having his issues, and Kenny Omega's the only one there for him technically. But if that's the thing, how come Hangman Page still was reluctant to hit the Young Bucks in that Battle Royal?
Yeah.
Because guarantee, if I'm going for a title and you and JP are in that match, I'm going to beat the crap out you.
Yeah, I'm getting you guys out of there quick.
Yeah.
But I also think this is the thing that I don't like about wrestling. I feel like every company does it. It's like, let's further a storyline by giving them the title.
Yeah.
Did they need the title to further their story? They did not need the titles.
No, exactly. They should have seen this could have built up for a bigger thing.
Yeah.
You could have had a lot of miscommunication between them. They don't beat SCU, who's a seasoned team. And then you can have the Kenny Omega versus Hangman Page match later on down the road after the miscommunications. They lose the big one. They can't seal the big. Yeah, plus, I get it.
Is AEW doing a thing where, like, if you have the title, the only time you ever wrestle is if you're defending it? Because, like, SCU hasn't... I feel like I haven't seen them on TV.
It's the same thing with Riho. Like, we didn't see her for 800
And then she was defending the title, and then she was on
title.
TV. Yeah, so it was just... I don't know. It's just...
The thing is, she didn't even drop the title before SCU dropped the title.
Oh. No. I feel like SCU was in, like, a really high spot. Like, they're the tag team champions.
Scorpio Sky was winning everything.
Yeah, and then, like, he even had a match with Jericho. Like, they're featured prominently on tag team and just storyline in general. And then all of a sudden they disappeared. And then when they come back, they drop the titles.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe you could have just done a better job with that, but it is what it is.
Yeah, especially feeding Hangman Page and Kenny Omega into that, because they didn't even deal with SCU but one whole time on this path up to the titles. You know,
Right.
And the only time they dealt with them was when they were on the outside, and they had a little exchange of words. That was it. That was literally it.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it was very weird. On the other side, I do get them winning because they're a new tag team that nobody's seen really wrestle or wrestled them before. SCU the first time wrestling them, so they got caught off guard maybe.
Okay.
Drop the titles that way. I mean, that's the only way I can see you building it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey, we want a rematch because, we never wrestled you before until now.
No, they get a rematch and then win the titles back. I'm like, okay. And then
a rubber match?
Well, either that, yeah, or you got a rubber match and then in the rubber match, that's when Kenny and Hangman, something happens between them and then we get their one-on-one. Because I think that's what's going to happen.
I feel like that has to be the payoff for this, because if not, you're just putting Kenny and Hangman together. I don't know if I like it. And if you don't, and if we don't get a payoff where it's Kenny versus Hangman, and then Kenny beats Hangman, and that pulls Hangman's head out of his butt, and he joins the Elite again, I don't like it.
Yeah, Well, I just thought it was a little weird.
It is a little weird. I don't like it's the first, and it is the first title change of AEW. So
I just thought the first title change would be a bigger thing.
It should have been. And I don't know, man. The hybrid too. Like we said, we haven't seen them. Jack Evans and Helico, haven't seen them in forever. And Jurassic Express loses everything, and Santana and Ortiz. Like, you're going to give it to them to make the Inner Circle stronger. Oh, by the way, Inner Circle shirt.
Nice.
Look at that. I got it for my birthday yesterday from this guy. So
happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But
that's nice.
I mean, you could have. I think you could have went a lot of different ways. Like you said, their tag team division is established enough to where you don't have to pull a WWE move and put two random people together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we've always championed them for like having such a deep tag team roster. Yeah. And the first tag team to take the titles was like two guys put together.
Yeah. And then I feel like you can't. If you hate that WWE does it, you have to hate that AEW does it, right? You can't sit here and go, oh, WWE does this crap, I'm gonna hammer them. But when AEW does it, oh my gosh, it's the greatest thing ever. Like, we can't do that, right? So we have to hate on both of them.
Yeah.
So we don't like this. 2 thumbs down on that.
Yeah, wasn't really fun.
All right, let's see what you have for Mr. Keith Lee versus Roderick Strong. Okay. Good match. But Keith Lee ends up taking the North American Championship from Roderick Strong.
So I don't have an issue with Keith Lee having the title.
You have an issue with Roderick Strong losing it.
I like Roderick Strong a lot. Hold on, let me finish. I'm a huge Roderick Strong fan. But my only issue is Keith Lee has become such a huge character.
Yeah, he's blown up.
Wrestler, whatever his whole shtick, his gimmick, it is like top tier.
Yeah.
He is like definitely on the rise. And this is the same thing with the tag team titles too in AEW. I'm a bigger fan of changing the titles at, like, he should have won that title at a pay-per-view. Or the takeover.
Yeah.
That's what, I don't. Is takeover a pay-per-view?
Yeah, takeovers are their pay-per-view.
So I think that's when he should have won it. Because he's so big and the moment would have been so let's not forget, this is Undisputed that hold every single title in the show.
Yeah.
And he was the first one to finally break the prophecy and take a title away. And he did it on a Wednesday night show.
Yeah.
It should have been isn't Takeover on Sunday or Saturday.
Yeah, there's a takeover on Saturday, and then
because there's always one in the big four, right? SummerSlam.
But this takeover is that Worlds Collide one. It's UK versus. So they probably. It was probably one of those things where they're like, let's do it now because we don't have another takeover for another month. So if they don't put the title on. I mean, eventually they're gonna have to do it on Wednesday. Because if you're going to do it on pay-per-view, you have to wait a whole nother month.
But what title does the UK have that's their secondary title?
I don't think they have one.
So if they don't have one, then you totally could have done that match.
Yeah, you could have done Roderick Strong versus... But I think the thing is they're setting up Imperium versus UE right now. So it's Imperium versus Undisputed Era.
Which is fire. But...
It's going to be super fire.
I'm okay with... I wanted him to win the title.
You just wanted it at a different time.
I just wanted, sometimes to me, when there's a star on the rise and it's, so blatantly obvious, this is a huge, huge moment for him to win his first title. It's got to be on a big show. It's got to be big, this big thing. That's just me personally, but... AEW, just the first time AEW had a tag team change, it was just on a Wednesday night.
It's really weird that you have a Wednesday where you have one company switch titles and another company switching titles. Yeah. So it almost makes me wonder if somehow they got wind of either one of them switching titles. We have to have a title match. We have to have a switch hands. Yeah. It almost seems like that. I don't, like you said, I don't have a problem with Keith Lee winning it. I do wish it was on a bigger stage. I get it, and the only thing that kind of, and I know he's going to get it eventually. But does this halter Keith Lee's rise to get the NXT title, or is he that big right now to where he can be like, look, I'm jacking everybody up in Undisputed Era. I'm taking that NXT title next from Adam Cole. Does he get both titles? Is he that big to have a title versus title match with Adam Cole?
Oh, he is that big. But I do feel like there's Finn Balor, there's Tommaso Ciampa, there's Gargano, there's Matt Riddle, and then there would have been Keith Lee, but I feel like, okay, look, this guy's on the rise. He's going to be on to bigger and better things later down the future. Yeah. But let's let him have this title so that he's got a title.
Yeah, so at least he gave him his first one.
Let's finish all these other storylines we got for the NXT title.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I mean? Because, it's crowded. It's crowded.
It's very crowded at the top. It's very crowded.
So, yeah, I think it was a good move. I mean, it makes perfect sense to do it this way for him because his trajectory is,
Oh, yeah.
So it makes complete. But he's big enough as a star to do that. But that's not what they're going to do right now.
Yeah, I mean it's something they should definitely focus on. And he's growing out a beard, so I wonder if that means heel turn. Heels have beards, man. Yeah, he's getting a big beard there.
Well, Roman Reigns grew out a beard. He never turned heel.
Yeah, Roman Reigns is against heel turns. He's the Cena of heel turns. He ain't turning heel ever.
That's so dumb. But anyway. Yeah, no, so, man, he deserves a title.
Oh, he does. He definitely does. Like you said, his star is burning at its brightest right now, and it is scorching the earth that we know as NXT. But, yeah, I mean, eventually he's going to have that NXT title also. I mean, even if it's not with the North American title and, you're having a title versus title match, one time he's going to take that title. Whether from Ciampa, whether it's from Balor, whether it's from Gargano, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a great match, and they're going to...
But NXT does a really great job of, switching hands at the right time.
Yeah.
Me personally, I would have rather had it at a takeover, but Roderick Strong has literally done everything he could have done. Yeah, he's wrestled everybody. He did a triple threat match with him and Dominic Dijakovic.
Yeah,
he's defended it against Matt Riddle, I think.
The Velveteen Dream.
He's wrestled everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Velveteen Dream was the first... Speaking of Velveteen Dream, that's another guy on the top of the list. He's going to get that NXT title too. But it was probably time for him to. I would have waited till this Saturday, but he beat everybody. Essentially, had it for a while. So
yeah, and like I said, it's Worlds Collide. You're having Imperium versus UE, so you can't do it. If you're going to do it at a big show, it would have to wait a month. So I get it, but like you said, I kind of agree with the bigger show. All right, let's move on to what is coming up this Sunday. My favorite pay-per-view. I think your favorite pay-per-view.
Royal Rumble is the best.
Royal Rumble is the best. It's always exciting. You always get even the crappy Royal Rumbles. The Royal Rumbles where you're like, what?
Yeah.
They're still really good. They're never boring. You always get a lot of surprise visitors in there. Apparently NXT is going to be eliminated from this pay-per-view.
Boom!
Apparently NXT is not going to be in the Royal Rumble. That's the rumor swirling around right now because there's no NXT people. I don't know if that's true or not. If they're just trying to put it to the side because an NXT guy is going to win it. But right now, let's go into who we actually think. Well, maybe we should do our predictions first. Let's do our predictions first. It's kind of who we want to win it, not who you actually think is going to win it. Let's do who you want to win it first.
I want to win.
Yeah, who you want to win it.
Okay, so who I wanted to win it was Keith Lee.
Keith Lee.
If NXT was going to be in it. But let's take NXT out.
Let's assume NXT's not going to be in it.
So who I want to win it, it's a tie between two people. Drew McIntyre. Mm-hmm. And I know he's not going to win it now because he's got the tag team titles, but I would have wanted Seth to win it again.
Seth to win it again?
Just because of the group, I think it would have been super dope to have him win it off of shenanigans, AOP helping out, or Buddy Murphy helping out or something, and then but not Seth versus Brock at WrestleMania. I would have wanted Brock to drop it
before
WrestleMania, because there's 1 or 2 pay-per-views before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And then for Seth to fight someone, I don't care who it is, whoever they want to put the title on. But if I had to choose one right now because I want to see something different, I want Drew to win. I feel like he's starting to become a baby face on accident.
Yeah, accident. Yeah. He's playing this goofy character where he's like, oh, I won the match. I really don't care that I won the match. Oh, I'm dancing beat.
Yeah, he's he's still this Irish. Is it an Irish psychopath?
Yeah.
But he's starting to show more of a personality, and I think the crowd's really oh snap.
But he's good at cutting promos. He's good on the mic. He's funny.
You right? Said something else.
I know, I did. I said porno.
Yeah, I know.
I'm talking about Lars Sullivan in this. Come on now.
No, this is a family show.
Yeah, it's a family show.
But yeah, I want Drew to win.
Yeah, I mean, Drew would be a good one. For me, to build off of something right now, it would be really interesting to have Buddy Murphy win it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say someone else, and I was totally going to agree.
I would like Buddy Murphy to win it, or Kevin Owens, since you're having an entire thing with Seth Rollins. Let Seth, like you said, take it away from Brock, and then Kevin Owens goes against Seth, because you're having this whole Kevin Owens versus this little group of Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy in the AOP. Okay. Let Kevin Owens win it, and then have your little thing with Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. But my big one would be Buddy Murphy winning it. Buddy Murphy winning it, going against Brock Lesnar in the WrestleMania, Seth and the AOP helping him get that title, and then putting a title on somebody nobody would ever expect them to actually push, which Buddy Murphy should be pushed to the damn moon anyway. But to push somebody like that, they're drop the tag team titles. So this is how I would set it up. You get Buddy Murphy to win it, right?
Okay.
Seth Rollins is look, just like Triple H did for Randy Orton and Batista. Look, I'm gonna let you be the man right now, okay? So you can have the title.
Almost like the Triple H thing.
So Seth gets eliminated somehow. Whatever. Buddy Murphy wins it with AOP's help. AOP, one of the AOP members. Whatever. They throw each other out. The Buddy Murphy's the last one standing. Cool. Buddy Murphy wins. The whole time, you have them drop the tag team titles. You have them. So what I would do is, somebody gets upset that this is a group. Okay, you got the tag team titles. And Buddy Murphy just won the Royal Rumble. Well, this ain't going to happen. So now you're going to face each other. AOP is going to face Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy for the tag team titles. Okay? But they're going to do a swerve. It's going to be like when Triple H fought Shawn Michaels for the European Championship. They're going to run against the ropes a couple times, run into each other. Buddy Murphy falls down. One of the guys from AOP pins them. They're the tag team champions.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
At some point, Andrade drops the title to Rey Mysterio. Okay? For some reason, that interests Seth Rollins. Or no, let's say Andrade drops to Kevin Owens.
Right.
Let's do that. Andrade would drop the U.S. title to Kevin Owens. Seth Rollins fights Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, takes the United States Championship. At the end of the WrestleMania, Buddy Murphy versus Brock Lesnar. They come out, they drop Brock Lesnar. Buddy Murphy takes that title. That whole group's full of gold.
Oh, I definitely want to see that group full of gold.
Then wouldn't that be a good idea? Right there. That's what I would want.
I just don't know if Buddy Murphy's the guy with the title, though.
But how more interesting would that be to see Seth Rollins kind of take a... he can still be the leader of the group, but he's taking more of a... Like Triple H did with Evolution, he's taking more of a sidestep and letting the younger kids, get... Batista got the title before Triple H did. Randy Orton got the title before Triple H did. Take a little sidestep and let them take the titles.
I don't know. That'd be kind of weird.
Think that'd be weird?
I mean, hey, look, we're all a huge fan of Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, Buddy Murphy's great.
So to see someone so brand new win the Royal Rumble, I am like all for it.
I go,
but I just can't see that happening.
Yeah,
but
I think that's the furthest stretch from what we both talked about.
Oh yeah, there is one other guy that I would really like to see, like legitimately like to see win the Royal Rumble, and it's Big E Langston.
Big E, huh?
I want to see him win that. And then you could do some story with him and Kofi, obviously, because Kofi had a title and he lost it. Maybe Big E. And I would like to see Big E versus Brock Lesnar.
Would you break up are you trying to break up the New Day, or are you keeping them together?
That's the thing. I mean, I don't know if I would break them up, but the dynamic between him and Kofi would be a very interesting story.
And then when Xavier comes back, you still have that third thing going on.
Whether you break them up or not, because I don't know how long you can keep those three together.
You can keep them together forever. Everybody loves them. There's not a person who said they don't like it.
And they sell merchandise, and I completely understand that part. But eventually, I mean, Big E Langston has so much heavyweight championship potential.
Yeah, well, that they did it with Kofi. As soon as Kofi won the title, he wasn't with the New Day all the time.
Yeah,
he was doing matches on his own.
He was
doing a lot of singles matches. And the New Day, Xavier and Big E were doing their thing.
But you have to touch on Kofi Kingston.
Yeah,
feeling a way about Big E if he were to win the title.
Now it would be more interesting if Big E threw out Kofi.
Yeah,
and then got it that way.
Because you could do the story like, Kofi's like journey back to WrestleMania, and then Big E of all people dumps him out. Yeah. That would be crazy.
That'd be good.
But Big E definitely is one I would like to see. But I would like to see Drew versus Brock. If Brock Lesnar would wrestle.
Oh, so you still want Big E versus Lesnar, not Big E versus The Fiend?
No, I don't want Big E versus The Fiend. I want Big E versus Brock. I want Drew McIntyre versus Brock. But if Seth were to win, I don't think he's going to win. But if Seth were to win, I don't want to see Seth versus Brock. I want something else.
Would you want Seth going against The Fiend again?
I don't want to see that again.
No, so you're saying one of those guys have to drop the title.
Brock is going to have to drop it. I don't want to see Brock main event WrestleMania.
That makes sense.
Against Seth.
Yeah. Maybe drop it to Samoa Joe or something, and that'd be great.
Kevin Owens. Seth is obviously going to be the heel, so give it to someone give it to Kevin. I'd be okay with Kevin. And that'd be a great match for
WrestleMania. That'd be a really good match.
But, Drew McIntyre for sure.
So, who do you think is going to actually win it? I'm pretty sure we both have the exact same answer.
I hope it's not Brock Lesnar.
I think it's going to be Roman.
Okay, so we agree there it might be Roman. But I got this weird feeling if they decide not to do some weird Cain Velasquez thing where he comes back and close him out. Or they don't do no weird swerve like that, and I wouldn't be surprised if Brock won it.
Because he's going in first. He's going in number one. And we know he does not have the endurance
to
last an almost 60-minute match.
Or maybe he does have the endurance, but he's not going to want to. He's not going to do it. But,
if he wins, so many people will be so pissed.
I would be mad too. Why is the champion? You said you were okay with it. I'm not okay with him being in the Rumble.
I'm okay with him being in the Rumble. I'm okay with it.
So what if he wins?
It's just like when, like I said, it's just like when the champions enter the G1 Climax tournament in New Japan.
Right.
If they win, then they get a break. If they win, they don't have to defend the title at Wrestle Kingdom, right? So that'd be the same exact concept. You're entering the Royal Rumble now. If it was my idea, I'd be like, look, if you're the champion and you want to be in the Rumble, you have to be number one. You do not have a choice because you're fighting for almost a bigger prize than they are. Because when you go to WrestleMania, yeah, if you win the Royal Rumble, your victory is going to be you do not have to defend that title at WrestleMania. You will have to wrestle at WrestleMania in the match, or whatever.
But he would go against whoever's the champion of SmackDown.
Yeah, whatever. No, SmackDown could still, have a title match. But he'd still have to wrestle. But if you win this thing, there should be a big prize for you. Like, you got to come in number 1. You got to throw out 29 other men. If you're standing tall at the end, you don't have to defend your title. Like, I like that concept. I don't think that's where they're going with it. No. I think they're going, if he wins, he's going to be the one to beat The Fiend and have 2 titles, which that would be the stupidest shit ever. But I think that if they built it that way, that's what I was trying to say. If they built it that way, like the G1 Climax does, that would be super interesting.
I don't want to see The Fiend main event WrestleMania either.
What if they get rid of the red light?
I still wouldn't want to see a main event WrestleMania. Plus, I don't know. I think that if he wins, he's not. All right, I don't know what they could do, man. It's just like, I'm not okay with him being in the Rumble.
So you don't like him in the Rumble at all?
No, he's the champ. The champ doesn't get to be in the Rumble.
So you'd rather have him defend the title?
Yeah, or like I said, I'm okay with him losing it before the WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And him fighting someone else. But my thing is, if you got the title, bro, the point of the Royal Rumble is for someone to get the opportunity to go against a champion. Yeah. Not someone who already has the top prize and then get, like... The storyline of him going in at number 1 makes no sense to me. He, like the whole, he's going to dominate everyone, but he does that all the time. We've seen it over and over and over again.
And that was the argument for him going at number 1 when Paul Heyman presented it, was he's beaten Undertaker.
Right.
Multiple-time world champion, multiple-time UFC. He's conquered everything. The only thing he's never conquered is the Royal Rumble. So that's why he was like, he's going to go at number 1. He's going to conquer everybody. He's going to win the Royal Rumble. He wants his name etched in that legacy also. That's why he did it.
I mean, that makes sense too. Yeah. I guess if you put it that way. But
he wants the little mark on his tally. That's it.
Something's got to happen. I mean, look, this is the Royal Rumble. They've featured a couple of guys, which we both think it's going to be Roman, because I do think it's going to be Roman.
Yeah. So here's what I'm thinking. Is maybe if they were smart. This is how I would write it. And I really want to do a series about how we would do things before they're done on WWE, and see what everybody thinks. So let's just do. We'll start with this. It'll be the first one. Hopefully, it's not. What time? Does he got time? Yeah. Hold on. I'll figure out time yet.
2:45.
Gotta get my kids in 10 minutes. So let's wrap this video up. But this is how I would do the Royal Rumble. Okay. If you're gonna do a Brock Lesnar thing. And somebody else is going to win. Let's get Brock Lesnar out of the Royal Rumble. Okay, let's have Cain Velasquez or Undertaker throw him out of the Royal Rumble.
Oh, but right. Undertaker.
I'm just saying. Let's do Cain Velasquez. Okay, or Rey Mysterio. Let's do Rey Mysterio, throws him out of the Royal Rumble.
Oh, Ricochet.
Okay, he has the beef with Ricochet.
Yeah, because Ricochet stepped to him.
So that's even more interesting now. So let's have Ricochet throw him out of the Royal Rumble. Okay, then the next week on Raw, or the next day on Raw, Brock Lesnar comes out. Look, Ricochet threw me out of the ring. Whatever, nobody cares. I'm on to bigger, better things. Ricochet comes out and goes, no, you're not. I threw you out of the Royal Rumble. You hold that title. Give me a title match. Brock is like, no, you're not going to get a title match. You're not worthy of a title match, right?
Right.
Kevin Owens comes out. Well, why don't you give somebody a damn title match? Whatever. So Brock Lesnar winds up fighting Kevin Owens at the next pay-per-view for the title. That upsets Ricochet. Ricochet comes out, screws over Brock Lesnar, right? Kevin Owens takes the title. And then at WrestleMania, we get Ricochet versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, and I was thinking that too, because Brock Lesnar's matches are always the best when it's a smaller
guy,
quick, athletic wrestler. His matches are always better when it's someone small.
But would that be an interesting booking to you? Would that be an interesting storyline to you?
I mean, yeah, bro. Only because I'm a huge Ricochet fan, and that's a big spot for him.
A huge spot.
And that. Look, if I'm taking away all the storylines and I'm just going to, my favorite wrestler or someone that I would just love to see, Ricochet would probably be at the top of my list.
Yeah.
Now, I'm saying Drew McIntyre because I'm a huge fan and because the way they've been featuring him, it looks like he's on his way. And I like Drew a lot. But if we just take all that away and I just get to pick one, I'd probably pick Ricochet first. But at least if that's what they do... Yeah, I'd be okay with just because that's a big spot for Ricochet, especially at WrestleMania.
Oh, that'd be huge.
That'd be huge.
Even if he loses, it's still
a
huge WrestleMania match. Or make it for the number one contenders, number one contender match and have Ricochet win it.
Who do you want to be in the top 4? The last 4 in the ring? Because Because the last 4 is always an indicator of who, whether you win or not. But to be in the top 4, usually something big happens for you.
Who I want or who I think?
No, let's go with who you want.
Who I want? All right, Buddy Murphy, Seth Rollins.
Well, that's fine. Those are okay. Those are my list.
Roman Reigns.
Okay.
And then probably Kevin Owens or Samoa Joe. They're interchangeable because they're both having problems with Seth Rollins, and
that's a good 4.
That'd be the 4 for me. And then of course Buddy Murphy somehow takes it. I think like you have a Samoa Joe goes after Seth. Roman goes after Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy looks like he's about to go out. Seth comes and helps Buddy Murphy against Roman. Samoa Joe gets tossed out, and then Roman and Seth end up tangling, and then Buddy Murphy throws both of them.
My top 4 is the same. My top 4 is the same. God, my top 4 is the same as yours, except take whether it's Kevin or Samoa and put Drew McIntyre in.
Oh, makes sense. That'd probably make more sense. But then you'd have 1 face and 3 heels. Well, technically, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, technically. But that's 3 guys on Raw and 1 guy on SmackDown.
And the way they're building Drew McIntyre is, I don't think he cares if he's a heel or a face.
Yeah,
he's just trying to win. So I mean, I could see that'd be a good one too because he's just trying to win at that point.
And again, because there's 2 shows, and if Brock doesn't win, if someone from SmackDown wins, we could still. I mean, we're still going to get someone against Brock, whoever has the Universal title, or against the WWE title.
Yeah.
So someone's going to get the spot.
Yeah, someone's got to get a spot somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, there's so many possibilities.
Right? Yeah, that's interesting. I still think Roman's gonna. I think Roman's gonna win it. They're gonna have the Fiend versus Roman.
Right now, which I just can't. They can still have someone from Raw win and then do Roman versus Bray.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, because you still got to set up a match for that title on WrestleMania anyway. So because there's 2 shows, you can still have someone on Raw win and someone else, and then you set everything up later.
Well, Simon Miller said it best: is we're just gonna have to accept that Roman eventually is gonna have that title again.
Oh yeah.
Like you're just gonna all the wrestling fans out there that boo him.
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it too.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with Roman right now, you know.
Yeah.
But eventually, all these other wrestling fans, you know, even part-time wrestling fans or whatever you guys want to.
Like, how long do you want to wait?
Yeah, you can't keep pitting him down when he's just putting on good matches.
Yeah.
His promos are getting a little bit better.
They're getting way better.
There's nothing he's doing wrong. Like he doesn't do anything wrong. He's not boring in the ring. His matches aren't bad.
Nope.
Like his storylines aren't bad. Like nothing that he's done is that bad to where you're like, okay, no, he can never have the title.
But they need to get him away from Baron Corbin.
Yeah, they need.
Well, I've had enough of that.
Apparently, it's going to end at the Royal Rumble. I guess they're in a match at the Royal Rumble. A handcuff match or whatever.
So that's another interesting thing, too. We haven't said nothing about, like, depending on how the show, the matches go, whether the Royal Rumble's at the end or whatever they do, what if Daniel Bryan's in the Royal Rumble? What if somehow Daniel Bryan wins and then Bray Wyatt's in the Royal Rumble?
See, I don't see the Fiend losing.
I can't see the Fiend in the Rumble either.
And I don't see the Fiend. If it was anybody, it'd be Bray Wyatt, the other character.
Yeah,
I mean, if Daniel Bryan's in it, that's just to appease the fans. Because if he loses the Fiend at the Royal Rumble, then enters the Royal Rumble, that's kind of pointless because you're going to give us a 3rd match that he's already lost to.
Yeah,
so I honestly don't see Daniel Bryan beating it. I think this is why they did the Fiend versus Daniel Bryan. So they don't have to put him in the match. It's just the yes chance are coming back. We don't have to have a debacle. 2000.
I was about to say, it's exactly what happened that year where he lost to Bray in the match, and then they booed Rey Mysterio because they thought he was going to come in at 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they booed the crap out of Rey Mysterio, who is a god of wrestling.
That's the biggest baby face of all times.
And he gets booed. I think that's the first time in his career he's been booed.
I've never heard him get booed, except for that one time. It was sad.
It was very sad.
It was so sad.
Both of us were just like, they're booing.
Hard.
What the hell?
Look at that, his fault.
Yeah, it's so horrible.
Poor Dominic.
And of course, did you say poor Dominic?
Yeah, his son. You gotta watch that.
Oh God, girl. He was like 5. He probably didn't even realize what was going on. I wonder if Dominic's gonna be in the Royal Rumble.
Apparently, he looks like he can wrestle.
And Edge might be in the Royal Rumble.
See, that's another thing.
I
kind of want to see Edge versus Seth Rollins.
Oh, that'd be great. Maybe Edge will win the title.
No, nobody wants to see that. No.
Edge is my new prediction.
Stop it. For CM Punk.
He's done with it. And of course, if you like this video, please give us that shiny thumbs up. share, and subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. All are Roasted 9809. If you haven't seen them yet, hop on those. Follow us. We're doing big and better things. These videos are getting better, I think. I think we're doing better. Cinema Heads keeps getting subscribers, so definitely check that out. Because he's raking in my subscribers, so at least one of us are getting something.
What is happening?
One of us is getting something. I don't care. His success is. I'm happy for his success.
It's our channel.
Yeah, it's our channel. Just like this one's our channel also. That includes Gabe, Jonathan, JP.
Yeah, Jonathan said, he was like, bro, you almost got as much as me. I was like, bro, these are your subscribers too. Yeah. It's your channel.
Yeah, it's our channel. Everything we do is together, man. I don't. I know you and I feel the same. But,
yeah.
Cartoon, the World of Cartoon 123. That's Gabe's channel. Ghostly Panda. Jonathan's channel. As always, check those out. Jonathan, you're ugly. And you smell bad.
Oh yeah, don't forget about JP's channel.
JP's channel, The Lonely Robot. Make sure you check that out. He posts every day that ends in Y.
Gary, who do you think is going to win?
Oh yeah, Gary. Shout out. Yeah, Texas. Hit us in the comments. Tell me who you think is going to win. Any final comments before I hit our flashy little stick and everybody forgets this video ever happened?
I hope that it's not Randy Orton either, because goddamn.
Oh, if it's Randy Orton, I think everybody would be pissed.
I just don't want to. I don't want to see a guy, an old guy. Just give me something new, please.
I agree. Maybe be Kenny Omega.
That's not happening. AJ Styles would be nice.
AJ Styles?
But, yeah.
What about my mama?
Shit. She could win.
She chokeslammed everybody.